All right, ladies, here are 5 traits that you are definitely going to want in your husband. Number one, the
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video guys, we'll be talking about the non-negotiables that you need in a husband. So you guys, I'll put the videos together so that you watch and learn, and I'll be back to share my choices, like what I think about today's video. So
All right, ladies, here are 5 traits that you are definitely going to want in your husband. Number one, the ability to lead. You're going to want to be married to a man who knows how to make good decisions, how to act under pressure, and knows how to properly steer you and your children down the right path. If he's a true leader, he's also going to understand that he has a responsibility not just to himself, but to the people that he's leading. So he's going to be careful in his actions and his behaviors because he understands that his role is bigger than just him. Number two, and I cannot emphasize this one enough, emotional intelligence. How well he communicates his thoughts and his feelings, how quickly he takes accountability for his actions, how natural it is for him to console you when you're hurt or upset. All of these are signs of his emotional intelligence, and it is so, so, so important. Number three is an oldie but goodie that I talk about all the time if you watch my videos: consistency. Consistency is very simple. You don't want a man who's disciplined and ambitious and goal oriented one month and then the complete opposite of those things the next month. You want him to be consistent, not only as an individual, but consistent in how he is in the relationship. Number four, stability. Are they financially stable? Do they have a stable personal life? How's their career? Do they have career goals and trajectories for their future? All of these are questions you need to be asking yourself. You may really like this person, but if you're serious about marriage and finding a husband, you need to ask yourself, what is your life really going to look like with this person? Are they going to bring you peace and prosperity, or are they going to add chaos to your life? And last but not least, number five, integrity. One of the most important ones of all. You are going to want to be married to a man of integrity. I cannot stress that enough. A man who is trustworthy, a man who is dependable, a man who is a man of his word. There is nothing sexier than a man that does exactly what the hell he says he's going to do. Now remember, not everyone is perfect. And just like your relationship is going to be a work in progress, people can be works in progress too. But with a strong foundation, you're definitely going to be setting your relationship and your marriage off to a great start.
Let's talk about my marriage non-negotiables, because I've been seeing so many people talk about the things that they have to do with their partner when they get married, and I really want to share mine with you guys. So number one, we have to do regular date night. It doesn't have to be every single week, like every Friday, but maybe like once a month or every fortnight. I feel like most of the adult generation relationships that we see or marriages that we see, they don't really go on date night. Kind of just get wrapped up with the household and like working and kids and all of these things. And I just really don't want to experience that when I get married. So make sure that our relationship maintains an identity that's outside of our kids and that's separate from our kids, because I feel like with a lot of marriages they kind of lose the identity of their relationship and it becomes, we are husband and wife because we're mum and dad, we are mum and dad to these set of kids, and then when the kids go, the marriage crumbles because it's kind of like, it's been 25 years and I have no clue who you are, let's get divorced. Off the back of that, I want to make sure that as a family we go traveling a lot, we go on holidays a lot, and we take our kids to as many countries as possible, making sure that they're well traveled and they see the world. But as husband and wife, we need to be doing the same. I want to continue doing vacations with my husband. Even though we have kids, we still go on vacation. And I know to a lot of people, it's like, oh, you kind of have kids, so you kind of just take your kids with you because it's kind of a hassle to find someone to take care of your kids for like 5 days straight. And I know for this reason, a lot of people make it a point to make sure that they travel with their partner way before marriage, way before they go and have kids, which I want to do. I want to travel as much as I can with my partner, even before we're married. But I still want to like revisit the places that we went to before, the countries that we had certain memories in, rebuild new memories in those countries. So God willing, like the family members will be available to take my kids, because I want to make sure that I do this with my husband at least once a year, if not twice a year. Another thing is, I really want to make sure that we sleep together at the same time. Not necessarily sleep together, but like go to bed at the same time. So like if my husband wants to stay awake, he can stay awake and do whatever it is he's doing, but we have to be in bed together at the same time. I know a lot of couples don't do this. A lot of couples just go to bed when they want in a marriage, which is honestly very normal. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I personally grew up with my parents going to bed at the same time, so I kind of just grew up with the idea that going to bed together is kind of like an act of love. Like it's not just going to bed, it's love, it's intimate. I want to do that every single night at the same time. I don't want to go to bed without you. Obviously there are going to be times that we literally can't control it, but I want to make sure that we can go to bed at the same time as much as possible. The next thing that we have to do is to celebrate every single important day. So birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, all the things. We have to celebrate every single single day. We can't skip my birthday, we can't skip your birthday, we can't skip Valentine's, we can't skip nothing. A lot of relationships do this after many, many years. It's kind of like, yeah, we've done this, like, we know it's the anniversary, let's just order food and stay at home.
Here to share my true sense, what I think about today's video. So ladies, let's talk about the standards you should never lower for anyone, no matter how much you think you love them. Remember, this is about building partnership, not settling. So grab your coffee as we talk about the first thing. So first thing is respect. The first non-negotiable is respect, and I'm not just talking about the bare minimum like being polite or not yelling. I mean deep genuine respect for who you are as a person. A husband who values your opinions, honors your boundaries, and treats you like his equal. For a man is constantly dismissing your feelings, making decisions without consulting you, or belittling your dreams, that's a red flag. Respect is the foundation of love, and without it, a relationship will crumble. So think about would you want a man who supports you when it's convenient for him, or one who stands by your side even when you think gets tough? Emotional maturity. Number two is emotional maturity. Ladies, let's be real. Life will throw challenges your way. You need a man who can communicate his feelings, handle conflict like an adult, and own up to his mistakes. If he quickly to blame others, avoid tough conversation, or shut up down emotionally, that's a problem. A husband should be someone you can count on during the high and lows. Someone who is willing to grow with you, not against you. There is also emotional maturity, means he can apologize sincerely and work toward better. Trust me, this quality will save you from so much unnecessary drama. There's also a third one on the list is shared values. It doesn't matter how much chemistry you have, if your core values and long-term goals don't align, the relationship will struggle very much. For example, do you both want kids? How would you handle finances? What are your thoughts on religion, family or career priorities? These are big conversations to have before getting married. A man who shares your values will make the journey so much smoother because you're working towards the same vision of life. So there's also, don't assume these things will fall into place. Talk about them early and be honest with yourself about whether that fits into your long-term picture. So kindness and generosity. Number four is kindness and generosity. You may not think of this as a deal breaker, but let me tell you, it's a game changing. How does he treat you, your friends, strangers, or even when stand at a restaurant? These little actions reveal a lot about his character. A kind husband is someone who will uplift you, support you, and make you feel loved when on your worst days. Generosity is not just about money, it's about time, effort, and emotional energy. He is someone who gives without expecting anything in return. That kind of man we need by your side. So there's also commitment. The last non-negotiable is commitment. This one may sound unobvious, but it's important to recognize the difference between words and action. Does he follow through on his promises? Is he consistent, showing up for you? Commitment means choosing each other every single day, not just when it's easy or convenient. You deserve a husband who is in it for a long term, someone who's ready to put in effort to make your relationship thrive. Okay, so ladies, those are five non-negotiable in a husband: respect, maturity, shared values, kindness, and commitment. So, like, I've come across certain people who are in relationships and their husbands, they don't even respect them, like the way they just talk to them and the way they he just communicates. I was like, yo, so this is how you live here? Like, it's kind of disturbing. Who does that? Okay, so people should learn to be kind on each other. So I think men forget when they get married, they get so relaxed, they don't want to put in the work, they don't want to do that. Okay, so most of the time you find that women are the only ones who are planning for a date. Women are the ones who are making effort so that you should have conversation there and there. Like, these things really happens. Okay, yeah, and it's really hard to deal with such people, trust me, because you believe in something else and you also believe in something else. So that's how hard it is to deal with such a person. Another thing is non-negotiable is you just have to be loving me. Okay? Love me. Control me when I'm not doing fine, but in a good way, okay? Not in another way, because some people will start blaming you for everything. Like, always look to find a solution. Like, why did you do that? It's really important. Okay, so you guys, I don't want to waste much of your time, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate, and I'll see you in my next episode.